Hey, what's up? Saw that you joined. Looks like I'll be getting this job, this 4 hour job. Looks like I'll be getting it pretty soon. Um, I don't know how soon, but seems like with how the interview process went today, it seems like everything was really good, and it seems like the guy really liked everything that I told him about all my capabilities of what I can do for the restaurant's benefit, and I got all the answers correct. And when we got down to the main focus, well, thank you. When we got down to the main focus of everything that I'd be doing, it was mostly just cleaning or dishwashing, but no cashier, because I told him I'm not really good with working at a cashier, and I'd rather just clean and pretty much wash, and that's pretty much all I'll be doing for at least 4 hours, which gives me enough time to, um, gives me enough time to work and, not be on my feet as much, so I can come home and be with my lizard who, he depends on me, so, yeah. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I should be hearing back from since this was like the assistant manager I spoke to at Slim Chickens, I should be getting a phone call either tomorrow or the next day by the actual manager, because she was not in today. So it was assistant manager I spoke with. Um, Really nice guy. His name's Richard, and you know, I told him about. He asked me some questions. The basic, simple questions like what to do if a customer gets upset, and I basically told him to talk it out with them and see what I can do to help them. And then, like, I remember, like, the second question he asked me is, if an employee um, here lies, are you willing to hide it from management or tell management? I'm like, of course, tell management. And then he check marked that. So I got probably more check marks on everything I saw that he wrote down. I don't think I seen him one time put any X's anywhere. It seems like he check marked everything I said, everything I agreed to, which is good. And I told him I can be a hard worker, so no slacking or anything like that. I know, it is good. It's wonderful, ain't it? Interview went great. My mom's hoping that I get it. She's got her job at TJ Maxx. I'm going to be probably, if I get this job, like I told the guy what days am I available, I'll probably just be working only Tuesdays and Fridays. Because my mom doesn't know her schedule yet. And there's certain days that she is going to be off, so she can be here taking care of my pet while I'm away at work. So I'm really looking forward. And he asked me, he says, like, what was your first job? And I told him, I said Amcor. And he asked how old I was when I had that job, and I'm like, I was 20. And he's like, so this would be technically your second job. And he's like, well, how many days did you work at Amcor? I said, I worked there for a little bit, not too long, but I worked there for a little bit. He's like, well, why did you quit? And I'm like, well, because the factory was just too hot, and the management wasn't really all that helpful. And he told me, well, he said, he's like, if you get this job, you won't have to worry about management being lazy at this establishment. If you have any questions or anything, you can come get one of us. And he says it does get hot in the kitchen, but they have air units and fans. And I told him, I said, well, that was one of the things Amcor didn't have, is since it was a factory, there was no air conditioning whatsoever in that place. So that place was like, working in Amcor was like working in a damn hot boiling gas chamber. Of course, I take it that a kitchen, any kitchen, whether it be a McDonald's or what, has probably better air circulation in it than a factory, I imagine. I mean, even knowing you're around hot grease. All right, sorry, what was your question? I hate that factory. It was too hot, and I didn't care for I didn't care for the management either. Everybody just sits around and talks, and it's 12 hours. I don't miss my old job. I hated it. The only reason I took that job was because it was the only option on the table at the time. And plus I don't even think Slim Chicken was even around. No, Slim Chicken or Freddy's or any of those places wasn't even around back then. So it was very hard and optional to pick a job. I mean, we only had like Burger King, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut. Now we're getting more restaurants. That person says, "What's up? Hi. What's up?" But yeah, guys, just wish me well. I hope that I get hired on at Slim Chicken. So everybody, just keep me in your thoughts and prayers. Hope I get this job. Interview went great today. Probably the best interview I've ever done. I didn't mess up one bit. I got every single question and answer right, just as you would imagine. But right now I'm watching Rocky 2. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm watching Rocky 2, Rocky Part 2. Sylvester Stallone. This is actually, I've watched all the Rocky movies, but this one's actually my favorite. This one and the first ones are my two favorite. Everyone likes Rocky 4. For me, I like Rocky 1 and 2 the best. Rocky 3's alright. I just don't want to get a copyright. Because like the music and stuff. But I don't think I'm gonna get a copyright. But I'm just sitting here and everything. But yeah, sitting here chilling, watching some Rocky and shit. Oh, you only watch part 1? Fuck, man, you need to go watch part 2. Look up the full movie on your phone. I'm sure you can find it somewhere on YouTube. Or hell, they have these apps you can go watch it on. There's apps now that have like basically free cable. Like all you need is internet in your house and you can have cable. Seriously. Like there's no point in even getting cable anymore and paying an obscene price when you can just get CenturyLink and you got, like, if you got a Roku TV. This is what sucks. I don't have a Roku TV. Like my old TV, like the TV I had like back in 2019, back in like 20. But I made the dumb habit of I did a lot of stupid shit, guys. I broke a lot of TVs, and I'm not proud of it. Because I had a lot of fucking anger issues back then and shit. I was young. I was stupid. I don't know why I broke TVs. I mean, if you guys, just remember this, guys. If y'all ever buy an expensive fucking flat screen TV, I mean, this TV I got is a flat screen. It's just not a Roku. I forgot what brand it is, but it's a new flat screen. Like it's new, but it's not like, it's an HD flat screen, but it's not like a whatchamacallit, it's not old, but it's not new, but it's like slightly in between. Like, it's not an old flat screen at all. It's a new flat screen. It's just like the Roku TVs are just like way more newer and way more expensive in price. Like, this is like a normal size flat screen. It's pretty big. It can be mounted on the wall. Like, here, let me show you guys real quick. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on if I can do this. Oh, it won't let me flip the camera around. Damn it. Sorry about that, guys. I was going to show you all my TV. That's alright. It's just a basic flat screen TV. Nothing cheap, but I don't know the worth of it. Probably average. It's probably like an average. So I would say average. It's average made TV. I have a feeling that because it literally wasn't my TV, it was my aunt's TV, but I have a good feeling that it probably came from Walmart. So yeah, it's one of those basic Walmart flat screens. So if you know anything about what Walmart flat screen TVs look like, they're about 60 inch, 50 inch, 40 inch. Yeah. Give or take, that's what it looks like, yeah. But do I miss my Roku? Oh yeah, I miss my Roku TV. Because shit, Roku TV, you can hook your phone up to, like, if you don't even have Wi-Fi in the house, you can connect your Wi-Fi from your phone to the TV. But it does suck a lot of your internet up, though. That's the only downside. I do miss the days where, like, you know, back in like 2019 and back in like 2020, you know, when we had Wi-Fi over at the old apartment where we used to live, it was so much better because, like, you know, we didn't need cable. Hell, we don't even have cable here. I mean, I'm watching DVDs on a fucking original Xbox. I know people are going to laugh at me because they're like, oh, you're watching DVDs on original Xbox. But hey, at least I got a flat screen TV. You know, I mean, I've had better flat screen TVs, more expensive flat screen TVs than this. This is like a basic looking one from Walmart, but still pretty. Like if I really had to be honest and put a, hold on a second. Sorry about that, guys. I had to mute my mic for a second. My bad. My fault. My bad. But I would say this TV is probably about, and I could be wrong. I would probably say it's probably about like probably like 46, 47. I don't know. I don't know the price range. If any of y'all know how much like Walmart TVs are, then y'all know. Like if we're talking just like a random basic black flat screen TV, that isn't like a name brand TV, because I don't know if this is name brand or not. Because, you know, they do make those flat screen TVs that are, they don't have like a name on them, like a, you know, like, you know, there's like, you know, like Sony TVs and Microsoft TVs and stuff like that. Like, I'm not for sure though, but yeah. Oh, you understand? Yeah, no, it's all good. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm just getting off track here a little bit. But so after after my interview, you know, getting back on topic. After my interview, I went to my grandmother's to we had to drop something off. I forgot what it was, and we visited for a little bit, and it went pretty well, and got to visit with them a little bit. We talked about Trump. We talked about politics. I mean, I didn't bring up politics. They brought up politics, so it's just something they just started talking about, I guess, because I wore my Trump hat. I here lately, I've been wearing my Trump hat a lot out in public everywhere I go. I don't always wear my Trump hat. I usually don't wear hats at all. But just recently, I've just been wearing my Trump hat. I got other hats. I got a South Park hat I bought. That's brand spanking new from Walmart that I bought like last month. And then I got this Punisher hat that's basically camouflage, and it's one of those net hats where you can breathe in the back of your head. I like hats like that. Like if I'm gonna wear a fucking hat, it's gonna be a hat like that, because like regular hats make my hair sweat, make my head sweat too much. So I mean the hats that I do prefer are the kind that have the nets that are breathable in the back of the head. But I mean I wear both. But if I'm gonna prefer to wear a hat, I'm going to go for the one that actually is breathable in the back, And I used to be super self-conscious about my, hair, about, shaving my head. And I did that for the first time this year. And I wasn't even embarrassed. I wasn't even embarrassed for even having a shaved head. I was actually, the way I looked at it, is having a shaved head isn't necessarily being bald. I mean, I just took the clippers I had here and shaved my whole head a few months ago. My hair already grew back, but I mean, the reason I shaved my head was because it was getting so hot, and I got tired of the heat getting to me, and I just kept sweating. So I thought, and I'm starting to get into wearing hats to block the sun out of my face. So I thought, what smart idea would it be just for me to just shave my head, just shave all my hair off my head and just wear a hat. And pretty much that's what I started doing. But since all my hair grew back healthy and it's all... Oh, and I don't even smoke anymore. That's the great part. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. And the reason I quit smoking cigarettes was because I had a bad case of alopecia. And if any of those people out there don't know what alopecia is, it's basically, it's where you temporarily lose your hair, but you don't lose it permanently, and it can be due to all sorts of things. So for my case, I was smoking too much fucking tobacco, and too much of it was in my system every day, and I've been smoking since I was 15, but there for a while, when I was 22, back in 2023, I got really hooked on I would say 2023 was the worst my body's worst condition my body's ever been in. If you compare me throughout the years, I would say 2019 was the healthiest time in my life, from not only just my body, but I had long hair. I had that rocker look, and I carried that look all the way up until I was 22. And then, leading up to my arrest, I cut all my long hair. And I got out and stuff, and I've had my hair long, I've had it short, but for just for the first time and ever, I shaved my whole entire head this year in 2025. I did it back in March or whenever it was, and honestly, I'm not ashamed of it. I thought I was going to look all ugly. I thought I was going to have bumps showing on my head. But no, after I shaved my head, I was like, this ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. So I can look good with long hair, with short hair, with a shaved head. I just don't know about being bald. Because some people will say that having a shaved head is being bald. Not necessarily, because if you have a shaved head, it just, you still, like, your hair particles are still on your head. That's why it's called a shaved head, because it's hair that's just shaved. You know, your hair is still there. It might, you might, people might give that impression that you look bald, but you're really not bald. You're really not bald. If you have a shaved head, you're really not bald. You just have a shaved head, kind of like let me think of a movie like what's a good movie? Like Janin Tatum from fucking G.I. Joe. Like, he had a shaved head, but he wasn't bald. He just had a shaved head. I can't imagine what I would look like if I had a bald head. I'd probably look bad if I had a bald head. But me, like, having a shaved head, I'm not ashamed of it, because hell, I can throw a hat over my head. And that's usually what I do. I just wear hats when I shave my head. It's hot anyway. Like, shit. A guy like me who hates summer shouldn't have to be ashamed of shaving his own head. If you want to shave your own head and throw a hat on, ain't nothing wrong with that. Just make sure your hat that you wear is breathable, because those are like the only hats I can wear during the summer, are the ones that are breathable. Yeah, I know. It doesn't look bad, I know. But my hair already grew back all healthy and all that. One person went ha ha ha. Yeah. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get some more water. So I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, bye. All right, what's up, guys? What's up, y'all? I'm back. Sorry I kept y'all waiting. I just had to go get some water real quick. By the way, do y'all like the profile picture? I know y'all keep wondering why the hell I keep switching it, but I think it's badass, and I don't really care what anyone thinks. I'm keeping it. I freaking love the Punisher, and I like Trump, so what better combination of president I like in a comic book character who I think is awesome put together. I think that's a, you know, like, I think it's badass. The only thing I don't like is I don't like it when fucking cops, like, if you guys notice, back in 2020, I don't know if they're still doing it or not, but the fucking cops were like using Punisher logos and shit for their uniforms. Some of them in some counties and towns. And what really got me about that whole thing, that trend, was that how is a cop gonna try to relate to the Punisher when the Punisher is like a mercenary who is hell-bent on getting punishment and judgment on those who prey on weak. And I'm thinking, like, you know, the cops, their whole motto is, you know, protect the innocent and do what's right for justice type of shit, but they don't even do that. Like, you can't even compare the mindset of a cop to the Punisher. You know, like, I just thought that was, like, really stupid. I never understood that. It's dumb. Like, if they wanted someone, like, if law enforcement wanted something to be inspired by, they should look, like, towards more, like, Captain America. Or fucking, you know, like, what's another good role model for them? Probably like fucking Spider-Man or some shit, but not the Punisher. Like, I hated it when they were using the Punisher logo. Like, I just hated that shit. They're putting on the bullshit blue line flag crap. Trying to act like they have authority over the fucking general public that they're told to protect and serve. They're acting like they can just disgrace the American flag, disrespect the American flag's colors, and I'm totally against that. I'm totally against all these, like, different knockoff American flags. Like, the only American flag I see as being the only one true American flag is the red, white, and blue. Like, the red, white, and blue is the only real American flag we got. And you should never, like, change its colors to fit, you know, whatever policy or whatever, you know, mindset you or someone else has, or agenda, or agenda, like, whatever your agenda is on things. Like, you know, when they started putting the blue line on the American flag, I looked at it like it was like no different than, you know, Hitler putting the swastika on the German flag. You know, the German flag was always black, red, and yellow. And Hitler wanted to, you know, get rid of the German flag so he could replace it with, you know, his swastika crap. And it's like the same thing can be said about the cops. Like, they want to treat this blue line flag like it's the official American flag, and it ain't the official American flag. Like, all those soldiers that went and died in war, they died for red, white, and blue. They didn't die for a fucking blue line flag that just pretty much represents a corrupt organization. You know, the American flag represents the general public, represents all of us citizens. Like, the American flag does not represent government. It is not a flag that represents government in any fashion or any way. It's supposed to represent all of us being free. And the same thing with the Punisher, you know, something that stands for punishment and death to those who do bad and do wrong. You know, that's nothing. The cops don't stand, like, the cops wearing a Punisher logo, like, you know, it's just flat out dumb. And even you can even go as far as to say even disrespectful to the character of Frank Castle, because the character of Frank Castle, he lost his fucking, I mean, he's not a real person, keep in mind, but I mean, he lost his kids, you know, because a mob shot his family down, and that's what made him the Punisher. It's like, he doesn't stand for justice and hope and liberty. Like, he's not fucking Superman. Like, if anything, the Punisher's better. His policies are better than fucking Superman's policies or Spider-Man or any of those other heroes. Like, if Batman would be more like Punisher, he'd be a better hero, a better vigilante, in my opinion. Like, that's why I favor, like, Thomas Wayne Batman. Like, if any of y'all read the comics, you know what I'm talking about. Like, Thomas Wayne Batman, like the Flashpoint Batman, he's a fucking way better Batman than Bruce Wayne. Because he don't need to rely on all that technology. He uses his mind to adapt by using old old weapons and stuff, like, you know, just using basic weapons like guns and, you know, stuff like that. He don't need batarangs and smoke detectors and all that shit. So I definitely would even go as far to say, like, Thomas Wayne Batman is like a better Batman than Bruce Wayne, you know. And Frank Castle, the Punisher, he's like, his policies are better than Superman's policies or any other hero's policy for that matter. But I just think it's blatantly dumb for a cop to use a Punisher logo. It just makes zero fucking sense. Cops don't kill people who are bad. They just fucking arrest people for whatever reasons that they're, you know, being accused of, on wonder whatever's superstition. Yeah, I know. It's fucking stupid, man. Like, the military can use, like, if you take, like, in the case of, like, Chris Kyle, the American sniper, it made sense why he used the Punisher logo, because, well, he was actually in Afghanistan over there fighting the terrorists and shit that were responsible for the 9/11 shit. So, I mean, that made sense, because he was getting retribution for those who lost their lives during 9/11 by going and joining the United States Army and fighting for a real cause. Like, the cops ain't fighting for no cause. The cops are only looking out for each other. You know, you can't even compare a fucking cop to a soldier, period. There's more honor in what a soldier does by going out there every day and fighting a war for a corrupt government, for to keeping the people safe and protected from terrorism and bigger threats. Only thing cops do is drink donuts and play walkie-talkie with their boyfriends. And they like to gospel about shit. Because I've been in a police car with a cop and I've been arrested several times, and yeah, they like to run their fucking mouth. I mean, they like to talk shit. That's why they have those windows up front, you know, when they put you in the back of the police car. They got these windows, you know, where you can't hear what they're saying, but you can only make out what they're saying because, you know, they like to talk shit, of course. And that's why I always said, you know, they don't deserve any honor. They don't deserve any credit. You want to do a good thing for your public, go be a firefighter or go be an EMT. Go do something more productive, like go save someone's life instead of pulling them over for sobby excuses for, like, speeding tickets and shit like that. Fuck that. I would rather be a firefighter than be a cop, because at least I could go save someone's life from getting burned alive in a fucking place that's trying to, you know, collapse, than be stopping someone for a fucking ticket for speeding or whatever, and then be sitting there, like, shooting people and holding people down, like in the case of George Floyd and shit, which is fucked up. I mean, yes, I am a Trump supporter, and yes, I do think it was wrong what happened to George Floyd. But I don't think the BLM, a group that says they're for Black lives, are really not for Black lives. They should have never intervened. They should have never got involved. And it was fucked up. It was fucked up that they used George Floyd's death just to have an excuse to go riot. Same reason the fucking Mexicans in Los Angeles, they're just using whatever excuse they can find just so they can go and destroy and hurt people's property. And I think it's fucked up. You can't tell me what's going on in Los Angeles is right. It's not right. It's fucking wrong. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just sitting here watching Rocky 2 and talking to whoever the fuck is watching. Yeah, it makes sense why the fucking military would yeah, it does make sense why the military would fucking use the Punisher logo. It makes all sense, considering the fucking Punisher was actually a fucking Vietnam veteran in the comics. Exactly. The Punisher has never been depicted as a cop. Cops ain't looking for fucking retribution, and they're not looking to kill rapists and thugs and crooks. They're just looking to fucking make an arrest. And if not make an arrest, harass someone who is like a minority of color. And be all racist and shit and fucking shoot them. I fucking hate cops. And if you're a cop, you can get the fuck off this channel. I don't fucking support your little corrupt fucking police force. Your department's a joke. You're a fucking wuss. You rely only on your fucking weapons that is handed to you by the fucking state. And you get all the money from all these fucking taxpayers and shit. Taking citizens' money. I mean, you know, they're public servants, and what do? They do this false oath, take a false oath bullshit where they agree to, you know, protect people, but are they who they really protecting though? And if you ask that question, the only real answer that really comes up is themselves. That's all they give a shit about. Oh, what's up, my Republican brother? Yo, what up, Eric? Yeah. I was sitting here ranting about cops, you know, using the damn, back in 2020, whenever it was, they were using the Punisher logo. And I was saying how, since when did the Punisher ever have anything in relations to the police? Like, the Punisher is a person that we all know lost his family and seek vengeance on those who hurt the weak and the innocent. And I remember reading the Punisher comic book one time where, you know, these cops in the comic book, like Marvel actually made it clear. Okay, I'll give Marvel cahoots. Marvel made it fucking clear that they told the press or whoever it was, they said that they would like it if police officers would quit using their character's logo. And they even said that if the cops need someone who, say, is a fictional character, someone to be inspired by, they say, you know, go be inspired by Captain America, not the Punisher. And it's like, exactly. Like, shit, man. I think more cops could be more like Captain America. I mean, I'm not going to say they're patriotic, but I'm saying, like, in the sense of, you know, being all for justice and all that, because that's, you know, what they claim to stand for is justice and law and all this shit. You know, that would make more sense for them to idolize Captain America than it would fucking Punisher. Like, I think more citizens, like more people out there like us could understand and agree that more of us could relate to the Punisher because of well, you know, his pain and his origin and everything. It's like more people can understand the Punisher better. Like those who ain't cops have a better understanding of the Punisher. I don't think cops really realize what the Punisher really stands for. I think they just want to wear the logo because they want to act like they're all cool and they're all a badass. Fuck. Take the gun, take the badge, take all that shit off. What are they? They're fucking cowards. They're people who got bullied in school. We all know that. And then they signed up with the police force and, you know, they sucked a few dicks and that's how they got that job. And, you know, I don't respect fucking cops. I hate cops. I mean, I wouldn't wish death on one, but I sure as hell wouldn't support one. I mean, I don't wish death on anyone. Not even my worst fucking enemy. However, my worst enemy, I'd like to get my hands on, but not like in the sense of, okay, I want to murder someone. No, I don't want to murder anybody. I might want to beat up a few people who I hate. I mean, not someone on the internet. Not someone on the internet. Not one of y'all. Not like a random person on the internet. Like if someone comes in here and they talk shit, that's not someone I want to beat up. But like people that have done me dirty, like in my personal life, people like that, I would love to fucking knock out. But kill? No. No, I don't want to kill anybody. You'd be insane to even want that. Like, you might want to beat up your worst enemy, but you don't want to kill your worst enemy. Because I'm sorry, it ain't worth taking a life, only for your life to be ruined as well. It just ain't worth it. You'd rather smack a dude upside his head or whatever than fucking murder him. Murdering people, killing a person is not a good thing at all. But yeah. Yo, what up? Person said hi. But yeah, I'm just watching Rocky 2 right now. He's about to have his second fight with Apollo Creed. Haven't gotten that far into the movie yet, but he's going to have his second fight with Apollo Creed. Yeah. Boxing can be a hard sport, but boy, I'll tell you this, it's good for self-defense. I would definitely favor boxing over any other sport. Yeah. The harder you train, they say the harder you train, the better you are, in which I can believe that. Because if you just slack and you barely put any effort into whatever it is you're doing, it probably don't make up for anything good. But yeah. I was going to get a punching bag today, but it's kind that's not for an apartment. It's like the one I already own that I have in the closet that has sand in it and shit. If you own an apartment and you do want to box like inside your room, best suggestion is get a punching pad. Like that's what I got. I got a punching pad with Velcro tape, and you just stick it right on your wall, and you know it works well. You know. Boxing is a good sport. Sure as hell more of a better sport than, say, fucking wrestling, which is fake. I mean, there's wrestling that's real, and then there's the fucking WWE type shit. But I just don't like. I don't see wrestling being effective at all on anyone. Like what? Why do you want to grab your opponent to the ground? And like submit them. I'd rather like stand up and actually fight a dude, not take him to the ground and get on top of him and get all nasty and oily and just sweat ill. Like, I'd rather just knock you out. I'd rather fucking knock whoever the fuck out than be on top of you, grabbing you and doing all that and arm bars and shit. Like, it just ain't my style. Like, if that is your style, like if wrestling or karate is your way of self-defense, I mean, more power to you. Just for me, I think boxing is better. It's just easier. It can be hard, it can be challenging, but it can be more easier to learn over time than all that other shit. Like, come on, face it. How many people, think about it, how many people who go and do karate actually succeed until they're up there and being a black belt? And really, like, why do you need a class just to show how good you are? Like, why do you have to go from white belt, yellow belt, all these other different belts? Whereas, like, boxing, it ain't even about that, It's about how hard you can hit and how good your footwork is and how good your defense is and how good you are, chucking and diving, It's like, yeah. But whatever, to each their own. Boxing is way better, though, because it's just, it's my opinion. Yep. But yeah, I'm looking at a 4-hour job. I'm looking at doing a 4-hour job. So, I'm looking forward. Yep. Huh. Y'all remember those old box TVs from like the fucking 80s and 70s? Imagine hooking one of those up today. I mean, I bet it would still work and everything. Yeah. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. I hope I get it too. God. Yeah, I'm not trying to talk, pervertive or anything, but man, I miss, God, I miss having fucking, yeah, I'm not going to say it, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Damn. So how's everyone else doing tonight? Everyone else doing good? I mean, I only got 3 people. Well, now I got 5 people watching. I have 5 people, and then it goes back down to 3, and then I have 4, and then I have 6, and then I have 7. I don't know if everyone's having Wi-Fi or internet problems with their phones. I don't know. Everybody, popping in and out of here. I mean, I really don't give a shit how many people watch my stream. I really don't care. Like, everyone, has the option to, be here or not. I really don't care. For me, it's not about views. It's not about subscribers. It's about whoever enjoys my fucking content. You know, it's not really a competition. Like, everybody on YouTube likes to compete with one another. Like, I got more subscribers than you. I got more followers than you. Like, who gives a fuck, man? Like, it's not a contest. Like, remember when fucking being on Facebook? Remember that shit? Which we don't have anymore, you know, because you deleted your Facebook, so did I. But remember motherfuckers used to get on there all the time? And they used to say, I got more followers than you. I got more followers than you. And it's like, okay, since when did that become a competition of how many friends you got? I mean, they're just friends on the internet. It's not like you actually know them in person. Stupid. And here's the thing with me. I don't mind being a fucking loner. I like being a loner. Some people are like, oh, I love having friends. Oh, I love having, you know. I don't really care about having friends. Sometimes I have a girlfriend. I mean, that, you know, counts as a friend. But, I mean, like, to me, it's not a competition. It shouldn't be a competition. It's stupid for anyone to see it as a competition. I need to get all the damn Rocky movies. I mean, I only have, like, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, and then I have Creed. I don't even have Rocky 4, Rocky 5, Rocky 1. I only have, like, fucking 2 and 3. Well, you know, because they were given to me, but, you know, they were Christmas presents. You know, my mom bought me 2 and 3, because she asked me which ones I liked, and I did say I liked the first one, but we couldn't find the first one on eBay. We only found 3 and 2, so she got me it. And then I bought Creed literally like 2 days ago. I bought Creed, and then I bought the Batman, not the Dark Knight Rises, not the one with the Heath Ledger, but the one that came after it, the one with the fucking Tom Hardy Bane. Yeah. The last Batman movie with Christian Bale that came out, I think it came out in like 2012. Yeah. My favorite Batman's Michael Keaton, obviously. Michael Keaton. The 1989 Batman, we can all agree, is the best Batman movie of all time. But, you know, to each their own. So right now, you know, I would turn my camera on, but my camera's having issues. But right now, Rocky's talking to Apollo Creed about their second upcoming fight. Yeah, I would say Apollo Creed is probably my favorite. Besides Rocky, I'd say Apollo Creed's my favorite character throughout the whole entire Rocky trilogy. Like, I know the third one had Mr. T in it, and then the fourth one has the Russian in it, and then the fifth one has the real-life boxer Tommy Morrison in it. But I would say, yeah, Apollo Creed's probably my favorite Rocky character. You gotta give credit, man. These 80s movies are good. These 80s action movies are fucking fantastic. Like, if you noticed, the movies that were made back then in the 80s, I mean, even though the majority of us wasn't even alive in the fucking 80s. I mean, holy shit, I'm born in 2001, for Pete's sakes. But hell, even movies from my time period, even growing up, were good. But if you notice, just the older movies, a lot older movies, are better than today's standard movies. Because all you're going to find in today's fucking agriculture bullshit is you're going to find a bunch of woke crap, a bunch of fucking stupid woke shit. And that's another reason I don't like Marvel. That's the only reason right there, besides not really being a big fan of Marvel at all, is that it's just too much woke shit. I've always been a DC fanboy. Like, I will straight up tell you, the only Marvel character I ever liked or ever, like, came to terms of appreciating is, like, the Punisher. The Punisher is the best Marvel character. Other than that, Marvel sucks dick. DC's better. But hey, that's my opinion. I mean, if you guys like Marvel too, that's fine. I just like DC because Marvel really just copies a lot of DC shit. And honestly, DC is just, they're learning to expand and change their characters, and they're like, DC's always, coming up with newer ideas, whereas Marvel, it's the same crap in every one of their movies, the same woke BS, dry fucking 9-year-old humor, and it just sucks. The last few Avenger movies and Thor movies were just trash. Like, DC's been good. DC's been kicking Marvel's ass. Like the 2019 Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, that movie like was great. It even won a Grammy because it was so good. But yeah, DC is a lot fucking better. Better characters, better origins, better stories, better villains, better everything. Like, fuck, man. You remember when everybody used to hate clowns? And then Margot Robbie played as Harley Quinn and everyone started to have a fucking clown fetish? I mean, I'm not going to lie, even I did. Even I did. She was great. But the only downside to the Margot Robbie Harley Quinn, the only downside to it is that the Zack Snyder, the director, which I'm glad they got rid of him and they replaced him with James Gunn. From now on, James Gunn is going to be directing all the DC films. And he's reinventing all the characters. That's why he's doing the new Superman movie. But yeah. Yeah, but I was watching this Rocky movie, and Apollo Creed is the way he was punching the bag. It's a movie. But the way he was punching the bag and his fighting techniques, I'm thinking like, yeah, no one in real life who boxes fights like that. But what can you say? It's a movie. It's a movie. You have to defend yourself from getting hit in the face and all that, But yeah. He's just punching without even protecting his face. And his knees are not bended enough. Yeah, but that's just the nature of movies. When they make movies are not always accurate to the real thing, like how it's portrayed in real life, But yeah. Well, I think I'm going to get off here, everyone. I think I'm going to get some sleep. I'm kind of getting a little tired and stuff. So, baby, I know you're the only one watching, so I'm going to tell you I'm going to go to bed. I love you. You can call me whenever you wake up in the morning, and I'll hear from you then. So I'm going to get off here, and y'all have a good night. I'm going to catch up on some sleep. And baby, I'll talk to you tomorrow. You can call me whenever you wake up. I'm going to get some sleep. All right, love you. Peace, guys.